Mixed reaction. It is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. Hope nobody was driving yesterday. I got Casey, Nick, and Justin here. How you doing today, Casey?
Hey, I'm living the dream. We got the draft on Thursday. We got playoff basketball. It's great times.
Hey man, how about you, Nick?
I've been about 6 months without football for me, so like I'm pretty amped up just to talk about something.
I'm fucking pumped. What about you,
It's
Justin?
literally been 2 months without football, Nick. The Super
Yeah,
Bowl
with
Yeah,
my
got
I
team.
hit.
just came back from Florida. It was a great trip. Um, missed you guys.
Yeah, I'm just miss you too, man. That was a wild trip you had, wasn't it?
It- in more ways than one, but that's for another story.
Yes, sir. You can start your own podcast with that. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with NFL draft. I know the bread and butter of the show is Casey's a Cowboys fan, Nick's a Vikings fan, or Justin's a Patriots fan, I'm a Rams fan. So we're gonna kind of go through our own teams and what they need. And we're gonna go ahead and just kick it over to Casey first. Just talk about the Cowboys and the upcoming draft that starts on Thursday.
So it's pretty clear what Dallas needs, right, fellas? It's defense, 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 and what's the other word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, defense. That's right. That's right. Obviously they have two picks in the very first round. I truly hope they both are on the defensive side of the ball. I want a corner. I'm hoping Caleb Downs is still available. The way that it's looking, I don't think he's going to be. But at the same time, if we can somehow manage to get that, maybe trade up in the draft to trade a couple of our picks away to be able to snag him, I wouldn't mind that. And then, of course, we're still looking for that edge rusher. Obviously, Donovan Ezeracco, the draft pick from last year, to me hasn't really panned out. So I think another edge rusher would suffice just fine. Um, the biggest issue with Dallas last year was defense. So I hope that this is an issue they can correct. They need a lockdown corner. Obviously, Trayvon Diggs is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. Deron Bland hasn't looked the same since they paid him that mega contract. Um, I'm my hopeful pick is Caleb Downs. That is my most hopeful pick that I can wish for right now.
Are you concerned by the fact that the Giants once again traded up to control the first round?
No, no, because the only reason that I'm not concerned about with the Giants aspect of it is I think what they're going to do with their 10th pick is they're going to go after Julian Love, the running back from Notre Dame. I don't think they have any concerns. I mean, obviously they could just got rid of Dexter Lawrence, traded into Cincinnati, but the Giants' defense obviously is bad. But their biggest issue was Tyron Tracy being their starting running back. I don't think that's sustainable. So I think they're going to go after the best player available at 10th, and I think that's going to be Julian Love.
Fair.
Let's kick it over to Nick. He hasn't been here for a little while. Obviously, you guys have a plethora of picks coming up in the I think the first 3 rounds. You have 5 picks in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah,
What are
we
you
got
hoping
JJ
Minnesota
McCarthy picks. We got 9.
gets? What are you hopeful for in the draft?
I want that cornerback too. That's where I want to start off. But we have struck out with corners so much in the NFL. I think, geez, Trey Waynes was a really Josh Johnson. I think we drafted like 3 freaking corners in my lifetime in the first round. They didn't pan out. Minnesota does really well going after the hot hand or the hot player, considering like Justin Jefferson, Adrian Peterson, players
Randy
that we didn't
Moss.
need, Randy Moss, players we don't need is like it, and then we replace like we get that player, we get the hot player, or we strike out completely and don't even get a pick in at all. So like we're a mess, but it can be very beautiful or it can be very nasty. I think we're gonna go corner or any or who knows, maybe even I want a running back too. I think you get a load off for either JJ McCarthy or Kyler Murray, whoever's starting. Someone needs to take over that. I feel like the running back, everybody downplays it so much. It's so valuable, and they need something like that. We already have our offense is pretty much complete except for a running back, and I
Are you
believe
not
that's what's
sold on
going to
Aaron
happen.
Jones? You're not sold on
Huh?
Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones is good, but he's got injuries. He's not that load hauler anymore. He's not that guy. He's too old. He is a great number 2. And I don't have nothing against Jordan, but he's strong and tough, but he's not he's just I don't know. He doesn't
He's not
have
an every
all
down
the
back. He's
no,
not an
he's
every
just
down back.
He's in every other, and he's big when we get him when we get into the 5 yard line, especially. He's just and Aaron Jones is just a smaller running back, quick, but not as what he once was. And I was happy to have him back, but I know it's not certain. And I really think if Minnesota does that, we can have at least something where we can get the ball rolling and not depend on our quarterback, especially a guy that's only played in 10 games in his career. If it's him.
See, I know that you're thinking it's going to be McCarthy. I am fully convinced it's going to be Kyler. I mean, Kyler is an experienced veteran. He has more upside, I feel, than McCarthy does, even at this point in his career. I can't see a vision of McCarthy being the starter next year.
I think it goes by coach's ego. I think a lot of coaches stand by what they say. I've seen Kevin O'Connell many times talk about how a player is bad because of a system or anything they're in. It's because of one guy. It starts with the coach. The coach doesn't lead the guy in well. And I think that's what Kevin O'Connell will try to do is get him back into rhythm and not give up on him yet. I think Kyler Murray comes in if J.J. McCarthy striking out the first 3 to 4 games. Actually, maybe even sooner if it's really bad. But to do that, that's what I'm saying. Like he's just, it's like Mike Vrabel. They're talking about not going after anybody to replace Campbell. Well, if they do that, then Vrabel goes against everything he just said. He said he wants to build in the draft, but for some reason they're going after AJ Brown. You know what I mean? This is not. It's not the way it's.
I'm gonna touch with you on that one, my friend. I'm gonna touch on that right now, my friend. I guess I'm gonna talk about what the Patriots are gonna do. They're gonna draft a tackle in the first round, a swing tackle. Not to replace Campbell, but as Morgan Moses' eventual replacement.
Okay. I like that.
And A.J. Brown is, in all intents and purposes, going to be going to New England, but after June 1st. So this draft is not going to have any effect on that.
No.
I'm just curious on if New England does get A.J. Brown, how well is Drake May? How is this? Was it really the wide receivers couldn't get open, or was Drake May just really flustered?
I think it was a combination of, well, you have two rookies. If you watch those playoff games, I did rewatch them begrudgingly. That left side of that entire offensive line was flat as a pancake. So Drake couldn't do jack shit. I'm not giving him a pass for his poor play because it was god awful, historically god awful. But
here's the thing, though, about AJ Brown. Obviously, he's a very good receiver, right? Top 10 on the bottom side of it, but a top 10, right? So he is leaving a situation where he's been to a Super Bowl 2 out of the last 4 seasons, NFC Championship game 3 out of the last 4 seasons. Why would he want to leave that situation is what I don't understand about AJ Brown.
Nick Sirianni.
They don't like each other.
You don't think? I mean, you can't coexist when you're winning, though?
I think Mike Vrabel coming back into coaching really boosted A.J. Brown to want to get out even more, my opinion. I think once he saw Mike Vrabel go to the Patriots, I think he was ready to leave right when he saw that.
That's fair.
That's when the talks about Brown to the Patriots really started up, is when Vrabel got the coaching gig.
Mm-hmm. I will say, though, if A.J. Brown, when he goes there, who are you going to get? Are you going to get the old A.J. Brown, or is he going to be a head case for New England?
Good question.
I would say in terms of production, he's definitely an upgrade over Steph. Not that I was upset with what Steph did, but he's definitely an upgrade in that wide receiver room in terms of talent.
I'm optimistic about it.
He's absolutely an upgrade. Absolutely. For talent-wise, he's absolutely an upgrade. Now, I don't think A.J. Brown – I think A.J. Brown's slightly overrated. I don't have him in the top 5, top 7. But I do think he's absolutely an upgrade from Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte. You know, without question, he's your true number 1. No question about that.
How much more is he going to make Drake May that much better? You know what I mean?
You shore up that offensive line, and I think Drake will have I don't think he's going to have another MVP conversation season next year. I don't. But solid. if you shore up the offensive line.
I think with AJ too, he's shown time and time again, he has to be in the right headspace to be able to play top echelon receiver. So I think it's going to be a very important first few weeks of the relationship between Drake and AJ that Drake gets on AJ's good side.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be super crucial.
And the other, and also on the other side, too, flip it around too, because if AJ doesn't coexist with Drake, Drake's not going to throw the ball.
That's true.
AJ Brown's reading a book on the sideline. He might as well get ready to trade his ass. I'm telling you, when Philly won that Super Bowl, I went on Facebook the next day and I said, AJ Brown will not be an Eagle for the remainder of his contract. I think he'll want out. And everybody it was on a Philadelphia fucking Facebook page too, by the way. And they gave me hell and they ate me up like I didn't know what I was talking about. So you know what I did? I went and played Petty and I had to scroll all the way back and I found those guys and I said, isn't that interesting? No one replied back.
No, but I honestly think the Patriots' biggest need right now is to get that off. Is at the very least because Jared Wilson is moving to center, which is his natural position. So you need the two biggest pieces I think they need in the draft are a guard and a right tackle.
Yeah, I'd say offensive line is definitely the need for New England.
And maybe an outside linebacker.
Ian, what do you think the biggest need for the Rams is?
Well, I'm kind of interested to see where we're gonna go in the first round. A lot of people, I'm a huge USC fan. A lot of people have us picking Mekhi Lemon out of USC. I'm not. It would be cool. I mean, I watched him win us a bunch of games. I don't know. He's a good football player. I don't know how it's going to translate to the NFL, but Monroe Freeling from Georgia. Some people are saying we're going to pick a receiver, and then some people are saying that we're going to get they were saying Jordan Tyson as well from Arizona State, but no, they're saying Monroe Freeling, he's 6'7". Come on.
What position?
Oh, my bad. Sorry, offensive tackle.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Here's my question to that, Ian, though. Garoppolo is seriously considering retirement.
I thought he just retired.
It wasn't sure if he had retired or was considering retirement. And Stafford, his best days are behind him.
He has maybe one more really good
maybe
year.
One more good year left, and then he's going to be falling down. I think it may not be a bad idea to draft a quarterback, not in the first round, mind you. No, maybe a second or third round quarterback.
Well, they were thinking about Ty Simpson from Alabama.
I don't think we can say a quarterback who just won the MVP's best days are behind him. I don't think we can say that. Come on now.
I mean, I think you still have to look for the future. I don't think right now, but I think you need to have a solid backup.
You need to have a backup plan in place. That's my point. Because right now, your backup plan is literally walking out the door.
If Ian's paying attention to the rumors, JJ McCarthy was rumored is in a trade rumor with the Rams. Just saying.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why does my camera look frozen? You guys see my look frozen?
You look like
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
But
are you under the bridge again, Ian?
Not under the bridge. You don't see the bridge. Okay, my computer is tripping. Sorry about that, everybody. A bit of technical difficulties. You guys can still hear each other just fine. We can all hear
we
each
can
other.
hear and see each other. You're just frozen in time. But no, I think the Rams' biggest need, in my opinion, is to address the quarterback situation for down the road, and maybe a wide receiver who can pick up the pieces once Devontae Adams decides to hang him up too.
But that's later on. What are they going to go for? Who's going to be their first round pick? Do you think it's going to be an offensive lineman? They're not going to go defense at all?
I would go defense. I would go linebacker if I were the Rams.
I would too. I wouldn't even focus. Your offense is fine. I don't even care who you have right now. They're pretty good.
Yeah, the Rams don't need to focus on offense. No, I think either linebacker or secondary help.
I agree. I think you address the future in the second or third rounds.
Yeah. The first round is for the staff players because the Rams window is still wide open.
Right.
If Minnesota doesn't go after a safety, Harrison Smith stays for another year. That's what I think.
He's way past his prime, though.
Yeah, but he's better than what we're probably going to get for a rookie this year.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. I see your point with that.
Yeah, what would you guys rather have? Would you rather have someone's first round pick or have that player? You know what I mean? Like, I like the way the Rams do play the game. I like it that they get the player that they want. You know what I mean? Instead
See,
of speculating.
I think you can make the case for either or because obviously if you take the player, you more or less know what you're getting, especially if it's an established player. When you're taking a draft pick, obviously, yes, you're taking a risk that the player might not pan out. But if they happen to pan out, they could pan out to be better than expected and better than the said player you got. We've seen it happen both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like you get you get the guy, you get that player. You already know, like you probably at least get 2 years out of him. Even
Yeah.
if he plays bad, he's still doing better than what a rookie would do in that position, in my opinion.
Another thing I just thought about with the Patriots that may want to consider updating is defensive tackle. Because right now, in the interior, you got Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. They lost Chase Brown to the Commanders, and they really don't have a big edge rusher. And Harold Landry was injury prone most of the last year, so I think you want to address that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I still think the offensive line is the first thing you fix, but I would have defensive tackle as a close second.
With Dallas, it really is. It comes down to secondary and edge rushing. Like, you know, their D tackles, Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams, they're fine at D tackle.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously middle linebacker is a huge concern. We got to drop Kenneth Murray like a bad habit. He needs to go. So that would be a good point of emphasis as well. If they were, and this is a big if, were going to focus on offense at all in the draft, the only thing that I could potentially think of is if they were happen to get a late round steal at running back.
Yeah, it's got to be a running back, if anything, because the offense really isn't the problem right now.
No, and they don't need. I mean, potentially, if you want to talk about Dak's replacement in a couple years, totally fine. You know, everyone's going to move on eventually, but you know, they don't need receiver help. They don't need running back help. Tight end help. They don't need offensive line help.
See, we say that, but Jerry Jones is a star player. He's a star man too. He's gonna go for the guy. If that guy's out there, that's one of the guys. It doesn't matter if it's the guy. He's gonna take the guy. You know what I mean? He's gonna take.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if he needs him. He'll take him.
Right.
You guys all there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me that I'm just making sure I was making sure with Justin and then that it was still recording because my shit's acting weird, but as long as the show can carry on, I can get this fixed and get on. But that's why I appreciate it if I go quiet.
No problem.
Yeah, no,
go ahead.
it's still recording, so you're totally fine. I think this draft is borderline huge for a couple different teams, right? Like when you take a look at the teams whose windows are open and closing, and a team that's really on the fence now, especially since of this trade, I think is Cincinnati. That Dexter Lawrence trade, he's one of the best defensive tackles in the game. Obviously, we know Cincinnati's huge emphasis lack of emphasis has been on defense these past few seasons. Also keeping Joe Burrow healthy for that matter. Do you guys think Cincinnati should?
Why would you let Hendrickson walk then if you're worried on defense?
Because they could get a better
They're
deal
cheap.
for Lawrence, I feel, than Hendrickson.
They're cheap.
Yeah.
They're just cheap. They don't want to pay anybody.
Marvin Lewis cheap.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I will say, I think if Joe Burrow has another mediocre season or if he gets injured, he's already feeling depressed about playing football, dude. I think he's going to want out of Cincy. I think he's going to demand a trade.
I think so.
Joe Burrow might be the next Andrew Luck.
I hope not.
Or the next
I love
Dan Marino.
I really
No, I'm
think
talking about Andrew retirement is what I mean.
Okay.
I think if he finds the right team, I think he'll go and then maybe retirement after. But I think he goes and tries to find a team first.
What team would you put him on if given the option?
Minnesota. I'm thinking where he'd want to go. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Justin
Do
Jefferson.
you think he would want to go to Minnesota? Where do you think he would actually end up going, though?
The team that would pay him out would be friggin' jeez.
Guys, if we're thinking about it from a timeline aspect, he's going to end up with the Rams.
That'd be
I think
something.
so.
That would make sense because if Stafford's next year is his swan song, that would make a lot of sense.
Imagine if he went to the Chargers.
They're
No,
not
they're
gonna-
not giving up on
They're not
Herbert.
closing the door on Herbert. They're not.
Not this season, but next.
Herbert
If
and
they don't
Imagine that. That'd be shaking up everything. We're just doing what ifs, though.
Oh, yeah.
I've been playing this game my whole life.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think they're gonna part with Herbert. But shit, if we get Burrow, he's what, 29? That's that's another solid 6 years of not having to worry about a quarterback. Hopefully he can stay healthy.
I'd say Burrow's biggest issue has just been staying healthy.
Yeah.
You guys have any mega trades that are going to go down at the draft? You got any player that you think's going to be gone? Got anybody that's on the ropes that you a surprise, something that doesn't shock you, but you like? I shouldn't say shock you because it is going to be a shock, but something
Not that I
you
can
just
think of.
I mean, the big trades really already kind of happened with Lawrence going to the Bengals and Dallas, the Giants jumping up into the fifth.
What about
I've
Max
seen Minnesota
Crosby?
trading Jordan Addison.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you
but
think so?
that
I mean,
would be
he's their number 2
blockbuster, though,
receiver.
Nick.
No,
That
I know,
wouldn't be
but I'm just saying, like,
blockbuster.
well, that's still a big deal to me, I guess. So I
I'd be
guess it's-
surprised if Philly trades AJ Brown before the draft. I mean, that would surprise me.
What about Max Crosby?
he's staying a Raider.
That could happen. You
If
think he's staying a
Crosby
Raider?
finds another deal, if they could find another deal, they're not going to get another 2 first-rounders for a Crosby deal at this point because of how they backed out.
No.
The price tag would have to drop dramatically.
A first and a third?
Probably 2 seconds at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
The Rams will be involved with the trade, though, if it happens. They'll trade their whole fucking fortune
Of
for
course.
somebody. It's always the Rams. Jeez, I remember when freaking
They-
Sean McVay went there, dude. There was always a player going there. And I'm like, what are they doing? How are they doing this?
F them picks.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
did it.
base
They went all
philosophy.
in and they did it. No, I'm
man.
definitely. I do want my running back. I will take a nice cornerback. I want a name cornerback, dude. I just want like
Where are you guys
Reed Wilson.
picking in the draft?
We're 18.
31.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not
We
even
have-
having
we
a
have-
first round.
We have 12 and 19.
We're gonna trade back. One of us is trading back.
Probably.
Something's gonna happen.
So which team needs to hit their draft first round draft pick?
Oh, it's gonna be the Raiders. Mendoza's gonna be it.
No, because they have just picked up Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. No, I still
The team
think-
that most
it a
likely that
Okay, Casey.
a team that needs to hit their first round picks.
Baltimore.
Yeah, so Baltimore, the Broncos.
Jacksonville.
I don't think the Broncos need to hit their first round pick.
I do because I think that a lot of what I guess the haters, quote unquote, are saying about Denver is that it was a flash in the pan type season. And so if they're right, obviously they're going to want to have a kickstart to the season. So they're going to need to hit on their picks to be able to make that happen.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, maybe.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
The Browns always have to hit their picks, but they never do.
They
I
never
mean, they
do.
have.
I'm not even worth
They're the
talking
Cleveland
about.
Browns.
What do you
They're
guys
honestly
think
not even
about?
worth talking about.
Do you guys think more than one quarterback is drafted in the first round? I
No.
think it's just Mendoza. I think Ty Simpson's gonna be
Just
playing in the second
Mendoza.
round. Yeah, I mean, so that's what I think too.
Ty Simpson might be a late first round pick.
Philly?
Maybe. I mean, I know they're not thrilled with Hurts in Philly at the moment, so it's possible.
What the fuck happened over there? Jeez. I'd
Jalen
kill to
Hurts,
have that
man.
team.
He's for some as much success as he's had, I still don't think he's that good.
You want Philly to accomplish some more? Get rid of Nick Sirianni. I said it around the Super Bowl time. Get rid of him.
I fucking
not
hate
good.
Nick Sirianni.
He's
He
not
has
good.
he has the most punchable face in the league.
I don't have nothing against him as like a character. I could care less. But I'm saying like as a coach, when you get your fucking rights of calling plays taken away and everything else, then you're talking shit. Then it doesn't make sense to me. I don't
Yeah.
think he's doing anything to contribute to the team.
Do you think Dan Campbell's on the hot seat at all? Because obviously with Ben Johnson
I was just
leaving,
I
thinking
think
about
so.
that. I think the Lions need to really hit their pick because if they don't, then Campbell should be on the hot seat.
They ain't
because
gonna give
their offense went to shit after Ben Johnson left.
Yeah, Detroit's a really big one. They need to hit.
Yeah,
I think
They do.
I think Detroit's a really interesting one. Because like Nick said, I think they need to hit. I mean, because you look at I mean, you look
If
at the
Detroit
season they
doesn't
had
get
last
4
year.
wins in their first 6 games, Campbell has to be on the hot seat.
Now, what I was gonna ask is, do you think because they were conditioned to losing for so long that, like, do you think that plays into it? I want to get your guys' thoughts on that, or do you think that because they didn't start winning until he got there, but Ben Johnson we see was the
I mean, that's a really good point because Detroit was just a complete dumpster fire before Campbell got there. And obviously, he had a lot to do with building up the success of that team. So I understand what you're saying, but it's almost like a Mark Jackson with Golden State scenario, Ian. Like, Mark Jackson was a huge contributor to Golden State, but then obviously he couldn't push him over that edge directly, so they went away from him and went to Steve Kerr. I know it's a different sport, but we could see the same thing easily happen.
I
with
think
Campbell.
I think this is more of a Jared Goff problem than a Dan Campbell problem. I think with Ben Johnson leaving, I think Jared Goff he fell off the wall. Look at Caleb Williams and how he did with him. It's not a coincidence. I mean, Jared Goff is not the playmaker. He is but he's very disciplined.
I
And he
think you're
understands-
absolutely right with that, Nick, because Jared Goff left the Rams and Sean McVay, an offensive genius, goes to Detroit, gets Ben Johnson, another offensive genius, has a great year, and then Ben Johnson leaves and he falls off the wagon, just like he did in LA.
He still stayed consistent within that team the first like 6 games. And then everything else started falling apart. He couldn't handle it anymore. He needed more. He needed that Ben Johnson treatment. You can only remember so much.
So you think they've hit their ceiling in a sense with Jared Goff?
Yes, I think they have, but I do think they can win. And if Jared Goff just plays the way he's just play game manager, you really don't need to be anything spectacular because that team is still great. And I think if they, like you said, if they do hit with their draft picks, depending on what they get, I mean, that right there is just icing on the cake. They can win with that. But Jared Goff is like a Kirk Cousins to me. Great quarterback, understands the game, just can't be that playmaker, can't do that extra step, that Patrick Mahomes Esquire. You want all that shit, and they just can't do it.
If the Lions don't win 4 out of their first 6 games, Campbell has to be on the hot seat.
I wouldn't do that. If I was Detroit, I personally wouldn't even think about that. I give
they
Dan
do just
Campbell
get
another
it.
season.
What's that?
You give him another season, Nick?
Yeah, I give
What did you
Dan
say?
Campbell. Dan Campbell would be filling out his contract.
I'm not saying. I think at least you have to put him on a warmer if they don't go 4-2 in their first 6 games.
Yeah,
At the
I think
least
that's a
warmer.
plausible thought.
that's a really big haul.
That NFC North is going to be brutal, though, man. It's going to be
a
so
good division.
unforgiving. You know what I mean? It's
It's
going
a good
to.
division.
I mean, thankfully, we always got Arizona, so
And
usually
we've got
it's
the
like,
Jets, the Dolphins.
hey, I mean, Nick's team is getting the best quarterback in the world,
I'll tell you
Kyler
this:
Murray.
when the team Minnesota has a thing of going good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. Okay, last year was bad. Watch what happens. It doesn't matter who our quarterback is. Everything's just gonna fall into place until the end. That's when we crap out.
That's like the late 2010s Red Sox.
My team, the Vikings, could never have a season like the Patriots and go to the playoffs and win that. If we would have played any of those teams between the Chargers, the Broncos, or anything, we would have got fucking slaughtered. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. If the quarterback could be a no-show, we would have got slaughtered. Because Minnesota doesn't lose games. We lose games.
I think you guys could have beaten Denver the year that they won back-to-back. The year you guys lost to Atlanta and just had a bad game.
Yeah.
I think they could have won. Atlanta got beat boat racing that game.
I think Minnesota was the best team in 2009, and I think we were going to steamroll the hell out of the Colts. I don't think the Colts team was that great defensive-wise, and I think Brett Favre, Sidney Rice, and Adrian Peterson were going to have their way. because
That
the
definitely
Saints
could
were
have
the
happened.
team.
I think that definitely could have happened.
I really do believe that. I don't even think
Minnesota-
it
I know
was
the
a
Saints.
game.
The Saints started that season 13-0 though.
That's true.
Minnesota
Yeah,
was the
well,
2
we
seed, I
should have
think,
won in
right?
New Orleans. We had it. Still makes me upset.
This
Who was
isn't
the,
Detroit,
who was the
man. This
first
is the
team?
Super Bowl.
Who was the first team to beat New Orleans that year?
It was Dallas. We
I
watched
just
it
saw
together.
this. I
It
saw
was on the
something
NFL
about that the
Network.
other day.
Yeah, it was Saturday night.
That was back when NFL Network wasn't everywhere, and you had to get like some certain. It was Direct TV or something stupid.
Channel
Yeah,
88
we
went
had
off
to
for
go to
number
we had to go to
288.
your mom's.
I
had to watch
know.
it at
That's
your
the only way we
mom's.
can watch the fucking game. That or Chili's.
Yeah, I know.
Chili's has
No one
good ass
had the
burgers.
network. I was like, "What, dude?" I remember when the NFL Network came out. I was like, "What the fuck is this thing?" I'm
My
like, "They have their own network."
My favorite was top 10, number 5, the best quarterbacks of the 1970s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We must be getting close to get.
3.5,
Yeah, I know. I'm watching. How much minute to? What do we have?
3.5 minutes.
3.5. Okay, that's not bad.
It's nice having you back though, Nick. I was telling them like you're like John Gruden. You just fucking love football. So I was like, when
I
it's
do.
football time, Nick's gonna be back.
It's just fun. I really can't get in the other sports. It's not my. I don't know. Basketball's okay. Playoff basketball. Hockey, I can chime in, but that's really. I mean, I really think about football sometimes, and I'm just like, damn, I really miss it. I really do. Brings the boys
games
together.
end of the season.
Yeah. Huh? We're all together, hanging out, talking.
Oh, it's a wonderful time.
I will say though, friggin', if you look at all these football players, dude, they're all in the fucking WWE. I watched WrestleMania this past weekend. There's like 30 football players all there. They all want to be there, dude.
I saw Gronk, George Kittle. They were all there.
Even some of the wrestlers now, they're all former football. All these fucking guys were all college players. Really good college players too.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns played at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, he fucking did really well. I never knew that. And actually, he played
I
for the
can
Vikings.
honestly see Gronk in the WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. He
Easily.
did play for the Vikings. Gronk, I don't know, man. I feel like yeah, I guess maybe this
What?
WWE. The best was
Oh.
the Attitude Era.
He'll come in. Gronk. Yo soy Rob. Yo soy fiesta.
So, fellas, I don't think I'll be back before this segment ends. I just gotta help the wife with something real quick.
No
It's been
worries.
real, man.
We can get this one short if you guys want to. But before we get out of this first segment, I would say this draft is going to really. I mean, it's a quiet draft, but I think it's going to be sneakily important.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what you really have until the season starts. I hate that word too, quiet. It's not a I feel bad for all those players that are working hard and you got all those reporters saying that quiet draft. Let them play in the NFL and we're gonna see who's fucking quiet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just not the notoriety that they're gonna get. They're not getting the notoriety.
It's not there's not a bunch of fanfare coming into it like there would be for other drafts, like the 5
Yeah.
quarterback draft that everyone saw coming, or
You don't have those you didn't have those big season stats. That's what it really
Right.
is.
right.
That dominant feature.
It's
Right.
Mendoza and then 100 and however many have.
It's literally
That's-
and then everybody else. That's
Yeah.
pretty much how it feels. That's how at least that's how it feels. I mean, shit, who's the number 2 projected pick?
No idea. That's the worst part.
I hadn't looked it up, but yeah, it's been real, Nick. It's been real as always. Second part we'll probably do a shorter segment, but thank you again for joining us, sir.
Oh yeah, man. I'll see you guys in the schedule. I'm gonna stay out of the second act.
Yes, sir. All right, Justin.
Take it easy, guys. I'll see you.
Go get
Be safe.
Peace.